Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all. Come on in, come on in. It is time for another Coach to Coach with Dr. K. So come on in, you guys. Start to share, like, share it in your groups, share it with your friends, and invite at least two people to come
Yeah.
in with you. So come on in, everybody. Come on in, and come on in. We have a very, very special guest with us on tonight, and we're going to introduce her in just a few moments. We want to give you an opportunity to jump in and be a part of what is going down tonight. Hello, everyone. I see your beautiful faces. Everyone, share. We're doing another Coach to Coach, and tonight we have Coach Liv, y'all. I'm telling y'all, you're gonna love it when you find out who
Yes.
she is and what she has going on. You're really, really gonna love it. So come on in, and come on in. Let's get her banner up here going tonight so you guys can see what is all about. So come on in. Hey, beautiful people. I see you guys. Let us know where you're joining us from. If you're joining us here on Facebook, or if you're joining us on Twitter, because hello, Sister Shaquata, because we do have our
Hi.
people, as I call them, and our sponsor over at Twitter. Hello, that's
Hi.
always sponsoring these Coach to Coach lives. And so we are super duper and excited to have this guest that I have with me tonight, y'all. And so we're going to read her bio just to give y'all a little bit about who she is, and we're going to have a good time tonight. Okay, so y'all already know how it goes down. All right, this real life, not scripted. You may hear dogs,
Yes.
babies crying, car honks going off, alarms, anything is apt to happen. All right, so we're going to be laid back and we're going to have some fun. So tonight I have with me Olivia C.S. Jamison. She is the founder and CEO of Live Out Love. Y'all, I love it. She is an author, a pastor. Yes, she is, y'all, and a professional Christian life coach and mentor. She educates and communicates, all right, with full transparency of her experiences in order to help others navigate their own challenges in life. Now, listen, through her business, you guys, she will help every youth and adult accomplish their goals, whether that is mentally, spiritually, financially, emotionally, health, wellness, okay? Overcoming shame, fear, anxiety, sexual abuse, and other challenges. I'm telling y'all, she got the whole gamut. She desires to assist adults and youth in becoming the person God created them to be. All right. She will walk with them on this journey to fulfill the purpose that God has for them. All right. Come on in, you guys. I see you. We're trying to get her bio here together that God has for them. Okay. And all right. Where we at? Oh, there it is. She knows the different trials she went through. Y'all wait until you hear her story. She knows the trials that she went through. Okay. All right. That she
Mhm.
went through. All right. And
Mhm.
so her bio doesn't want to come up, y'all. What's going on with the bio? Let's get the bio together. I don't know
Mhm.
bios tonight. Okay. It doesn't want to, it keeps wanting to do something else and it don't want to pop up. So,
It's totally okay. We can just go with
okay.
the
We're going
flow.
to go over your bio when we start talking. Y'all know how it goes whenever we do this.
Exactly.
Crazy always happen, but we're going to be good. All right. So here it goes. She knows the difference. Trial she went through will inspire other youth and adults to overcome whatever may be holding them back. Oh no, we was going to get
Yes.
this. No. Okay. We was going to get it all. Hey, Coach Teresa, we see you. So y'all help me
Yes. Thank
welcome
you.
none other than the incomparable, y'all, Coach Olivia Jamison.
Hi.
Come on in, ma'am.
Hello. Hello. How you guys doing?
All right. I think she has her Instagram followers watching us tonight. So hello, Instagram followers
Hi.
for Olivia tonight. We want to invite them in. So one of the things we wanted to start this off with, we just went through an entire bio and that only scratched the surface of who you are. So we want you
Yes.
to give them a little bit more background of who you are.
Yes, wonderful. Like I said, I'm an author, life coach. I'm a child of God. I have three brothers, multiple nieces, and a nephew, a godmom. really a family person. I love family. I love friends. I have a lot of hobbies. I love cooking, skiing, very adventurous, but the most important thing to me is my relationship with Christ. Where you can find me at is fellowshipping with people, fellowshipping at the church, involved serving, whether that's under the worship team, hospitality, and I love traveling.
Amen. Okay. She loves to do it all. And I'm so glad to have you on with us tonight because you have been a busy little bee over on your
Yes,
side.
yes,
As well.
yes, yes.
Y'all, I'm telling y'all, if y'all ain't following her somewhere on social media, you're missing out because she is everywhere. She's doing some amazing things. And so I always ask my guests when they come on, because you are a certified professional life coach,
Yes,
y'all. In fact,
yes.
she is the youngest.
Certified.
She is the youngest of our life coaches that went through the Hers Life Coaching Academy. We still haven't had anyone younger. She is the
Ah,
youngest. To
wow,
have
really?
through. Yep. To have
Wow,
come
that's a
through. Yep.
blessing.
My daughter just turned 30, so she went through, but you were younger when you went through.
Yes,
And so
yeah.
so far we haven't had anyone younger than you come through to be a life coach. We've
Wow.
had mentors, but not anyone younger for life coaching.
It's an honor. It's an
It,
honor.
we're just ecstatic. I'm telling y'all. And so what makes your approach? I always ask
Hmm.
this question: what makes your approach to life coaching and
Yes.
consulting, mentoring? What makes it different from anyone else's coaching programs or coaching style or approach that's out there?
Well, I know what sets me apart is my ability to educate and communicate with full transparency. I believe my life has been a testimony and has really shown me how to help other people and has really given me the steps to be able to help other people. So my steps are going to look different because what I've been through is not quite how other people have been through, And so my experiences and my in my experiences I'm transparent with the client. I'm transparent with those I'm mentoring. I'm transparent with anybody that I'm talking to, whether it's on the street, whether it's anybody. I am a transparent person, even in the struggle, even in the good times. That has been my greatest quality, is that my transparency. And because of that, I'm able to help others navigate and overcome and encourage and empower and help those people reach and bring solution to their own challenges in life.
Oh, I love it. I love it. And it's so wonderful that you are so diverse in how you do your coaching. And
Yes,
I want people to know is that she really has a heart for young people. All right, but don't get it twisted. She can coach adults and mentor adults
yes,
as well.
yes,
Okay, she
yes,
is a certified professional. But I love the way that you approach that. And you also have a book. You
yes,
also have a
definitely.
book. Oh,
I
see,
have it with me.
there it is. I still got to get my copy. But there's her book, y'all,
Yes.
called Choose Love. And it is available on Amazon, but please get a copy from her. Can you tell us a little bit about how that book came about? How did that?
Ooh, that right there. Well, just to start off, so in my life, as I was a younger kid, I was sexually abused. I went through a lot of molestation when I was younger, and so God took me through this process in college. Where I was journaling a lot, journaling out my process, journaling out my feelings, journaling out like what God was telling me, and like in my communion with him, and really learning him as a father, really deepening my relationship with God. um, he would like give me revelations about myself and about people in general, and how we could develop our relationship with God. And in that development, we could heal from that trauma. So from that, I remember like specifically the first person who told me to write my book was my mom. And I was like, oh, mom, okay, yes, sure, okay, I'll write the book. No, a couple months later, I did not listen to my mom. Okay, then my youth pastor, she's all like, I was praying, and I wasn't even praying for you at the time, but the Lord told me to tell you write the book. And so I was like, Lord, what you want me to write? Now, mind you, little backstory, I've actually loved writing. I've always wanted to write a book. Sorry guys, those my
We told
dogs.
y'all, dogs barking. This real life.
uh, and literally, it was like, for me, this was like an awakening of a dream come true. And so I was like, okay, God, I'm gonna write a book. What you want me to write about? I was not thinking about anything about what I have been through. And when he said it's in the journal, write what's in the whatever, take what's in the journal and make it a book, I was like, wait, that's I
Can
don't
we
need
help
nobody.
somebody tonight? Can we help somebody? She said what was in her journal, God told her to write it in the
Yes,
book. And she keeps
yes,
saying, write the book. I don't know who that's for, but go ahead. Minister,
write
please.
the book, okay? And so I was like, but God, they're gonna look at me different. They're gonna know my business. I understand you have forgiven me. I have no more shame. Because it wasn't just me being sexually abused. It didn't just stop there. I talk about the effects of what being molested did to me. As a kid myself being molested, I did the same thing to another kid. And so that shame haunted me. And then to even think about how I saw people, how I saw myself, that was all skewed. That was all, that perspective. It was broken. And so I really had to go through a process of healing and loving myself and learning who I was and stuff. And so God told me turn what was in the journals into a book. And so I dealt with a lot of like, but God, they gonna come, they might come for me. Like, this is exposing myself. And the first thing he said was, they don't know and they need to know. They need to know that I can heal anything and everything. There is
Come on
nothing too
here.
small. There's nothing too big that I can't heal, deliver, restore. And they need to understand the perspective of a father.
Yes.
Need to understand the perspective of a father, the love I have for them, and that they can trust me, you know? And so I said, okay, God, all right, God, I'm gonna write it. So I'm writing it. I'm writing it. I get it, take it. I'm like, okay, I'm cool off of it now. But then I sent it to my publisher, and it was like a whole nother, like, hold on, I'm afraid now. I'm afraid to, like, this is real. Somebody else is gonna read my story. And I remember him saying, like, I'll defend you. Let me be your defender. Don't worry about what
Yes.
anybody else has to say. Let me be your defender. And I was
Yes.
like mind blown. And from then I was like, okay, I'm giving all my details, everything. It doesn't matter. And the details, the names aren't in it. And anybody who asks me, I won't give the names and stuff, but the details are in it. From dropping pants to everything, it's in there, you know?
It's your
So because I
truth.
believe in transparency, you know, and I believe through transparency, people get delivered, people get set
Thank you.
free.
Say that again for the people all the way in the overflow and the balcony.
Through transparency, people get delivered, people get set free. You
What
hide
do I
it,
tell y'all?
you can't get.
Transparency saves lives. Y'all
Yes,
hear me?
yes.
Transparency
Transparency
saves
saves
lives.
lives. And so got the book edited, published. People were reading it, and the reviews I was getting, they were like, it's like I'm reading my own story word from word. It's like they're telling me, they're crying, they're breaking down, but they're finding healing in it. They're finding deliverance in it, and it became practical for them. And even when people came back and said different things to me, it was like, it's under the blood. God's forgiven me. and I was at so much, I was so much rooted in what God had told me, him defending me. I said, I'll go to jail for this. It's okay. Somebody in jail then that I need to talk to.
See what I'm saying?
That was my mindset at that point. Once I heard God say he'll defend me, he's my defender, and that
Yes.
people needed this. That was the mission. People need this. People need healing. People, if people
Yes.
can receive and understand and comprehend the love of the Father in a way, just a little bit. I mean, I wanted people to understand it more than I had it. But if I can be a part of that, it was an honor in any capacity.
Amen. Y'all, she done sit up here and preach the whole sermon. Now who gonna go write their book? Because I know she was talking to somebody. She done said it. I don't know how many times that God told her to write the book. Y'all better
Write
pay
the
attention.
book,
Write
y'all.
that book.
And it was
Um,
crazy. Even my professor in college, I had a writing class, and I had wrote a little bit of a story about my family, and she was like, "This can turn into something. Like, you need to really consider writing a book." I was like, "Okay, okay." So I had 3 people telling me
You
to
know what
write a
I'm
book.
saying, y'all? When I tell y'all the hers, I am super duper just proud and excited because coming from the hers camp, That just makes me, it just makes me so even more proud of you for that. And we want to segue kind of into that. How did you? And I know I'm going off script for a little bit. How did you even? Because I think people need to know this story because we have so
Yeah.
many people who doubt themselves and their abilities. But how
Mhm.
did you even come to be a life coach? And how did you even come to the HERS camp? Y'all, I'm telling y'all, y'all better
Wow.
listen to this.
So I tell people like my life is a story, is a testament, because I was going to school to become a teacher. I was bent on I was going to be a teacher and like nobody can change it and that's what God called me and I'm not going to be those people who like start in college and then you end up going to a different degree back and forth and stuff and I was like I'm not going to do that. I already know what I'm called to do. I'm going to call it to teach. And I'm going to be a counselor and a principal. I promise you I had it all set out, y'all. I had a whole plan. And then I couldn't go to school anymore. I couldn't keep paying, and I had to take care of my family. Try to make a choice, school or take care of my family. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna stop. So then I ended up started working at the Boys and Girls Club, and that's around like the kids. And then I ended up working with the teens. And when I was working with the teens, that's when I wrote my book. And that book happened when COVID actually happened. So when COVID, that's when I actually published my book. And then it like hit me real hard like what happens to the teens after they graduate high school, like who's there for them, who's partnering with them to do life, like if anybody, if I understood my story, there are specific people that helped me get to where I was at and I needed that, right? But who's partnering with them? And with Boys and Girls Club they deal with a lot of people who have dealt with hardship, and so that was really hitting home for me. And so I remember the lady who published my book had put me in a group with different business women, and Dr. Karen was in that group actually. And so I remember she'd be posting, y'all. She'd be posting, 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 posting,
I'm a
posting.
poster. Okay,
Okay.
y'all.
But thank God for her posting. Okay. So I was like looking, I was like, oh, okay, okay, she's a life coach. So I had talked to another life coach who's actually my cousin. She's a family friend, but she's like a cousin. And I was just telling her my thoughts, like, I really want to help people from um, healing from that sexual abuse trauma and healing from everything and partnering with these youth and young adults to navigate through life. And she was like, you want to be a life coach because a life coach, a mentor does that. And it was like the light bulb came on for me. I was like, yeah, I didn't know that was a thing. I did not know that was a thing at all. Thank you, Teresa. And so literally I was like, okay, so I can just be a life coach. I don't have to go to school. Like, okay, but I don't want to do that. I mean, that's just me going off the book, and I believe, I mean, God's giving me the gift, but I felt like I needed to go to school. And so I was just looking around like, what life coaching school? And guess whose post came up
Whoa,
in the comments was Dr. Karen. And when I say y'all, I called her the day of when school started. I said, Dr. Karen, I really believe God has led me to do this. And we just started talking, and it was just like kingdom connection instantly when we started talking. And I was a little scared because I hadn't been in school in like 5 years, y'all. And it was online. Online schooling, different, y'all. I'm all online. It is really different. And at the time, I wasn't doing great online. So I was like, I don't know if I can do this. But the way that she empowered me, the way that she encouraged me, the way that she said, yes, you can do it because I'm going to be with you there. She life coached me. literally, literally, I said, okay, let's do it. And so within the 8-week course, I was like, this was like it's weird, but it was the easiest thing ever. And I never experienced an online class not being easy. And so I was just like, wait, this online class is so easy. Like, hold on. Like, Dr. Karen has a gift for this. And I love the classes. I love the homework, the exercises, the practices, the papers that she was doing. Like she had us do a marriage class, y'all. I'm not married. Guess what? I'm certified in it, y'all. Okay, professionally certified in it. And literally, I was able to do like a practice exam, even on my siblings, and they're married, and so I was like, and they were like, wait, Olivia, you're actually good. Like, not just as you're my sister, but you're really good actually and stuff. I was all like, listen, I'm in school for this. This is serious. This is mending people, helping people. This is about the body of Christ. Even if people aren't saved, they don't understand it's still about the body of Christ. And so understanding that and then going through that and graduating, like it was like if I could have the biggest accomplishment, that would be one of my biggest accomplishment. It was like I graduated, and that was a big thing for me because I didn't graduate from college yet. I hadn't been in college. I had stopped, and so I was just like, God, what do you want me to do? And so it was like the light bulb turned on for me, and I was big on turning on the light bulb for others. And so for it to come to happen for me, it was like a really good moment for me.
And it was so exciting because after those 8 weeks, and she come just whisking through the door, and her mom was there, her aunt was there, and it was so it really really was such just an awe inspiring moment in time. And then of course, I still boohoo from it when I go back and I look at the photos and things, but when she got up and she was our honor grad, y'all. And I don't give honor grad out of favor. I don't do that. I give it out of those who really work hard and do the work. And she did the work, and she she got honor grad with 1 point above another student. Okay, the other student was a little bit upset, but I'm like, but she did the work. It's a point system. I don't calculate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The system calculates the points. I just put in how many points it's worth, and you do the homework and everything. And all of those assignments, she did them, and I graded them, and the system gave her points. And when we tallied the points, the system said this number for you and that number for the other person. And I was like, well, there we go.
There we go.
There we go. And so it was so wonderful, and to watch you get up there and make your speech. That is what really, really did it, is when you got up there and you made your speech, and it was online, and younger people who may have had to drop out for whatever reason, because people didn't know that I had dropped out of high school. I didn't go to college until I was married. You know what I mean? Till I was married. And so so younger people who saw that it doesn't matter where you started. It's about where you finish.
Yes.
Go for it. It doesn't matter where you are in that journey. Just get up, dust yourself off, because things happen. Dust yourself off and keep going. And she was that inspiration for us, and made history with being our youngest life coach. And she's the youngest youth pastor that I have met. I know there's younger, but when she said, yes, I'm a youth pastor on the phone, I was like, okay, yeah, right. But then when I met her and I heard her speak, and I was like, you know what? Okay, she's a real deal here. She really is a youth pastor. And I felt that because I was a youth pastor once upon a time as well. And so it really was a kingdom connection. It really, really was. And so how has becoming a life coach and a mentor and a businesswoman, how has that changed your life? How's that changed your life? Your eyes
going big, like man, this transition has not been anything of what I thought it would be at all. I love it. It's hard work. It's mental work, it's spiritual work, it's emotional work. You have to root for yourself when nobody else is rooting for you. And so I went in there like, yeah, I'm about to have like 20 clients in 1 month. That didn't happen, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie to you. It did not happen. And I had to literally pick myself back up and remember the call, remember the vision, remember what God called me and why he told me to do this. And it's been a big transition. Like, I go on Instagram, but I don't, even when I try to go on Instagram just to just look, it turns into, my mind goes into like, oh, I like this, I can use this, I can use that, I can do that. Like, my mind is now like, creativity is never off. Like I literally have to intentionally turn it off and stuff. But even then, if I like finds a way to sneak in, like work is work, is a part of me, and like I'm always thinking of ways to find a solution, be a better person, and to, because if I'm better, then I can help someone else be better, and then so like if I'm going on Instagram, I'm going on Facebook, wherever I'm going, I'm finding a way to do some kind of work, some kind of way. And if I'm meeting if I connect it with somebody, it's a done deal. My brain's already thinking like, oh, how can we connect? Is this a divine helper right here? Like, let me get your Instagram, let me get your number, we're gonna team up, do something together in some kind of way, and so that's how like my mind has really shifted in like working and like really like how can we expand the kingdom, how can we help heal and make people whole and become productive, successful people out in the world.
And I love it. I love it. I love it. Because again, you're another one of those people who has come through the program, and you're actually putting your credential to work. You're
Yes,
putting that thing to work. You're not just letting it sit there. You're actually doing what it is that you've been certified to do. So, in segueing into that, what are some of the services that you offer?
yes. Some of the services is life coaching, mentoring. I do speaking engagements. I have my books. I have a clothing line.
Come on with
Um,
the clothing line. We want to hear about the clothing line.
yes.
Come on, put it out there
It's
because I may buy a
incoming.
couple pieces.
This is this is the front of it, but then the back of it says I choose, and it says healing, love, purpose.
Purpose.
Yes,
Okay.
because that's what it's all about. Honestly, like if we choose those three things first, how much would our life will be like if we choose those things: healing, love, purpose. Watch your life just shift, your mindset shift in a big way. And I'm big on mindset. I have this master class that's coming out, and it's about change your mind, change your life. And so just be prepared for that. I have podcasts coming up, another book, and this book is about fear, actually.
Come on with the fear book, please.
Yes, it's about fear. And you know me, I'm gonna give you stories about my experiences. I'm being transparent on like I've had some traumatic experiences on fear actually, like life altering, like waking up engulfed in fear, being attacked, and so how I shifted in that, how I changed my mind, what did I do? My heart posture, my mind, the mental, the spiritual, the emotion, the physical part of it, it's all tied together. There's nothing that's separated, really. We like to separate everything, but if we really think about it, it's
Yeah,
all connected. Our
it
emotions
is.
are connected, but we just can't let our emotions dictate us, you know? And so those are some things that I offer. Really, is clothing line, the books, the life coaching, the mentoring. I have this program, and in this 3-month program, you get this 7-week workbook. And let me tell y'all, this workbook, detail. I'm a detailed person. I believe in being practical and spiritual at the same time. So you're going to get the practicality of life, but you're going to get the spiritual side of life, and you're going to be able to balance it out and mix the two. Actually,
Now, is the workbook, is that a standalone, or is that part of the program and you need to get in the program to get that workbook?
as of right now, you need to get in the program to get the
Thank you.
workbook. Yeah,
Thank
because
you.
I was considering that, but I was like, this workbook is just too special to me. Like it's too special. I really put a lot of hard work in it, and it's 7 weeks, and it's for each day.
Thank
Very
you.
detailed.
That needs to be part of
So
the program.
it's a part of it.
Get in the
It's
program.
a part. Listen, Dr. Karen. I learned from you. I learned a part of the program, and even a part of the program, something that I do in my mentoring, in my coaching. I'm sorry, guys. In my mentoring, my coaching classes is try charts, journaling,
Mhm.
and I call it the SNM. My roommate's probably coming in. That's why they're barking.
That's fine. Real life, honey.
As long as you guys can hear me, wonderful.
You're
I call it
good.
the S&M. I know it's like, it may sound like a little corny, but it's just my little thing that I do. It's called the sticky note method. And it's something that the Lord taught me years ago. And I can like say personally, I would write these declarations, and these aren't normal declarations. These are words from God Himself, words from the Bible that He has spoken, and He does, whether it was through prophecy, whether it was through the Word. And I would write them out, and I would put them on my, whether it was my mirror in my bathroom, whether it was in my bathroom. Uh, Literally, I would write them out, and I would speak them over myself daily. And I started to see a shift in my mind, and then I started to see things manifest because now I was not just aligning my words, I was aligning my mind, my heart with what I was saying, you know. And so that's one of my methods. The try, and then the try chart. Okay, I'm not gonna go into too much details. You just gotta come to me to get all the
You gotta
details.
come to it, y'all. I'm telling you, I'm loving all
There's
of
literally
it.
there's a reason for everything that I do.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it because that's what I teach. I teach that.
Mm-hmm.
And and
Yes,
everybody needs to have a signature method. And I'm glad you
yes,
have. I love
yes,
to hear
yes.
that you got a signature method.
Dr. Karen,
um, yeah,
Dr. Karen, can you give me
yes.
like 10 seconds? I need to unlock the
Go
door
ahead.
to my room.
Yep.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And so while she goes and she does that, y'all, this real life, she's a young lady, okay, and she has a roommate, so she got to go let a roommate in. But you have to go check out what she has going on Instagram and things of that nature. And after the broadcast, she'll let you know how you can get in contact with her, but
Yes,
everything. But as I was saying, when it comes to methods, everyone needs to have a signature method that sets them apart from other coaches. We all can do the same type coaching, but there should be something that sets you apart. And yours is that sticky note method. Love the
yes.
name S&M, the sticky note method. I love it.
Yes, the sticky
I love
note
it.
method, the
Yeah.
try chart. There's this try
Yeah.
chart that we do, and it's really like digging in your thought, your mindset. How do you think, and where does that come from? Does it come from God? Does it come from yourself, or does it come from somebody, some situation that you dealt with?
Come
And
on
you
here.
get to decide which one you're going to believe. Are you going to align yourself with God? Are you going to align yourself with what that other person said? You know, so you're not just saying it out loud, but you're literally visually seeing it. I believe in the five senses. The
Yes.
five senses are a lot of ways that we've experienced trauma, good and bad. You know, had our good experiences, our bad experiences. So now, so a lot of times we have to relearn things through those same five senses, but we first have to unlearn it. We have to trace it, unlearn it. So then, therefore, we can grow.
Love it. Love all of it. Love all of it. I was just like, come on, coach. Come on, coach. I love to hear that. But you know me, I'm all about methods. So I'm
Yes,
about
yes,
methods and strategies. That's my thing. So I love it. And I love that you are keeping some of your things exclusive. And that's why I asked that question. And I was like, let me blink so she can give me the right question. Yes, blink.
I gave you the right answer. Yes.
So you said, but that's what I try to tell and instill in a lot of the coaches and other people that I do work with. I tell them there's some things that you have to keep exclusive. You can't just put everything out there and anybody and everybody can grab it. Some things you have to keep exclusive, and that is something else that sets you apart. And
Yes,
something is like,
yes,
no, if you really are trying to change, because I think once people invest in something, they appreciate it more and they're going to follow through with it because now there's money on the line. Let's just be honest. Let's just be honest. People can say, "Oh, I love you as a coach. I love you and everything you do," but not until they got some money in the pot. They're not going to follow through. But once they drop a dime, you don't have to worry
Mm-hmm.
about them following through because now money is involved.
Exactly, exact. So true. Yes, so true.
It really is. Hey, we got Jolanda with us from New Jersey. Hey, coach.
Hi.
Hey. She's signaling the other coach, Michelle Poole, that's going to come in. And so some of these things that you really do, you really have to keep exclusive. And it's always, and I think sometimes people are like, oh my gosh, y'all are just greedy. Coaches are just greedy. No, it's not. they don't see the background of everything that you had to invest yourself for your personal development and
Yes.
everything that you had to invest in yourself to get yourself off the ground. They don't understand the blood, sweat, tears, pennies, nickels, and dimes that you put into it and that you're serious about it. And sometimes they say, Mrs. Greedy, it's like, no. It's like, and I always tell people, I was like, do you not see some of these degrees on my wall? That cost me to go to school. Okay, these life coaching certificates and certifications and life coaching degree, it costs. And so I have people that reach out, and I'm quite sure you can relate. I have people that reach out and they want to be coached. And I think sometimes people just say, I want to coach. Well, here in California, it's just the end thing to have a coach because such and such has a coach. But they say, I want to coach. They say, I want to coach. But then when you tell them it's not free, it's not free. I actually had a person that told me one time, I don't know why you're charging for your mentorship services because mentoring somebody should be for free. But then they backtracked and now they have an entire mentorship program and it has a healthy price on it. Yes, they backtrack. And I didn't even say nothing because now they get it. Because
it's the value.
It's the value. They're getting everything that you had to sit in a chair somewhere and get it. And now they're going to get it. It's like, no, I can't give it to you for free. No, I'm not going to charge you $1 gazillion, even though some coaches do. I'm not going to charge you $1 gazillion, but you can't get what's up here for free. I'm not giving you this for free. Everything that this had to build, I can't give you that for free. There has to be a price tag on it.
And something that I've really been experiencing is like half the things that we're giving to our clients is also we've had to endure, we've had to experience it, whether it was personal, whether it was us sitting in a school, we've had to experience it ourselves. We had to go through it, so it brings an empathy to our life coaching and our mentoring, because of the fact that we've gone through half time we've gone through, I don't want to say like 10 out of 10, we've gone through what they're going through now,
and with us, some of the things that we've gone through, they're getting the extra step. They're getting the extra step. Some of the things we gone
through, the fast version.
Right. It's like you're getting what I know, and now you're going to get me too. And I'm walking this out with you. I'm making time to walk this out with you and go through this with you so you can accomplish and be your accountability. So, and some of us, when we first started, we didn't get that. We didn't get the person to walk it out with us. And they don't understand. It's like, no, I gotta walk this with you, so I'm going through this with you. So yeah, you're gonna have to pay for that.
Yeah. And I had to go through that too, like understanding my value of like, no, I can't just charge them $50, $60 for this. I actually need to be charging more than what I was charging. I need to be charging a lot more actually, because I'm not just giving them my words. I'm giving them the life experience. And as believers, we're not just giving them any kind of words. We are giving them the breath of God, and they are getting literally delivered and set free and repaired and redeemed. So it's like a combination of literally, even in that hour, you're getting filled and whole mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And you don't even understand the spiritual part. You may not understand the spiritual part, but you're getting it.
So I'm reading the Bible for you so I can figure out what I need to tell you. So I'm going to read the Bible for you. All right. Yes. I'm going to apply this word to your plan for you.
Yes.
And all you got to do is take this and apply it. I've done the hard work for you. And now you just don't want to pay. And literally, I have people that say that. And as soon as they say, yes, I need a coach, have someone today say, yes, I need a coach, but I just lost my job, so I can't pay for it. And I'm just like, okay, well, I'm sorry, and I pray God blesses you with another job, but I just can't do what you want done for free. And they want the full package. And I'm like, well, maybe you need to wait or figure out a way, because this is my price. This is my price. And I think what people confuse is they confuse the They confuse the spiritual leader in you with the entrepreneur in you. They confuse the two, and they want you, when it comes to your business, they want you to be that spiritual leader all the time. And it's like, I'm always spiritual leader, I always am, but I'm an entrepreneur when it comes to my business. I'm still gonna be spiritual, but I'm an entrepreneur when it comes to my business. And no, this is not a nonprofit. Okay, this is not a nonprofit, and even nonprofits have a business side.
Yeah, they do.
Okay. If you go to church and you doing what you say you're doing, you still paying your tithes. You're not giving tithes. That ain't what they say. They say pay your tithes. So you're still paying in a way. You're still paying. Okay. So I'm just saying, you ain't going to church for free. You paying. And so when you come get this coaching and this mentorship, I have to put on my other hat on top of that hat. So now I'm wearing two hats. So it's twice as heavy, because now I have to be the CEO and the entrepreneur, but I also have to make sure that I'm using my spiritual side and make sure that my prophetic is on high, and I can discern, so I can hear from God to know what to do and with you. So I do this double, and I can't give you all that for free, because when I'm done, I'm wore out. I'm tired. It's a job. It's a job. So you can't get paid for free. You can't get paid for free.
Yeah.
You can't get that.
You're speaking something to me, because I understood that, and that I'm understanding it now even the more.
Write it down. This is coach to coach. We still coaching even online.
Listen. Did you see me? I was literally right.
Write it down, because people need to understand that coach. Not all coaches are the same, and they may have had just some bad run-ins with other coaches, but when they run into one that's authentic and real and has the track record to show that, it costs. And especially if it's an exclusive personal coach. You say you want me personally, for you personally. That's like you going and say, hey, I need a valet to park my car for me. You gonna pay that to park your car. You gonna pay.
Yes.
You're not parking your car. They are.
Just like a valet.
Because the valet knows the size of your car. He can see the size of your car, and he's like, okay, your car can fit here. I can get your car right here. He's looking at you, and if you're more seasoned, he gonna make sure I'm gonna put it in a space where you ain't even got too far to walk. I'm gonna make sure I bring it right up here. They know exactly what to do. And so it's the same thing. They're gonna take care of your car. They're gonna be accountable for your car.
Yes.
Accountability for your car. It's accountability.
And coaching is accountability. It's so much. Like, we're accountable for what we give. We give the client, And
while you sleeping, I'm up still figuring out your life, so I know what to do for you for this next piece that I'm giving you. So you up sleeping, and I'm up listening and trying to figure out what I need to give to you next. So
one thing I love about this coaching is that, with us being believers, it's like we'll have practical steps, but then God will be like, these practical steps are going to produce this kind of fruit too. Or he'll say, do this, and he'll give you those practical steps, and it'll produce. It's like, it's a win-win.
It's a win-win.
It's a win-win with us, And it's a privilege and honor to be able to do this, honestly,
And everybody needs to know, because we're spiritual life coaches, sometimes God will give us goats, and that means not sheep. So everybody is not going to be a believer that he sends to you.
Yeah. I've had it. I've had that client said, I don't want to pray. I don't want you praying for me. I said, oh, okay.
Like, okay, but when you gone, I be like, Jesus, I'm gonna need you to cover them. Okay. And that's why I tell my coaches, I say, we spiritual. Everybody you may get some goats, y'all, and he ain't always gonna send no sheep your way. And you're gonna have to know how to maneuver that. And
Yes.
that's what I teach in the life coaching course. And I was like, if they follow what they've read in the course and they apply what they've read in the course, like,
Yes.
you're gonna be all right. Because
So these
I get
steps
people all
can be
the time that
used.
say, nope,
Yeah.
I don't believe in God. I've had plenty said, nope, I don't believe in God, atheist. And I was
Mm-hmm.
like, Jesus, why are you gonna send this person over here? And but everything that's like, I love your coaching and I've seen what you've done and I need you in my life and blah 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 blah. But I don't do the church thing and the praying thing. And I'd be like, oh Jesus, I be
And
like
that's
that.
totally
And then,
okay.
and it's fine. And I tell them,
Yes.
you don't have to be a believer. I'm a believer
Yeah.
for both of us. Okay, you don't have to
I
be a
got my
believer.
face over here.
Sanctified coach sanctifies the client. Trust and believe.
Yes. Yes.
So when it comes to you, as a leader in business and ministry, what has been some of the challenges you faced?
Ooh, that's a really good question.
As a Black woman, let me throw that in there.
I would say first off my looks. You know, if anybody knows me, I don't keep one hairstyle in every 2 months. I'm changing something, so I'm wearing my natural. That's new for me. You
Yep,
know,
tomorrow she'll have a updo or something next month. We'll see the updo next month.
exactly. And so, or like, I love fashion. I love dressing. And so my dressing may look different from how you used to dressing, or if you. The other thing I get is a lot of people assume things about me.
Ugh,
So they'll
that
assume
part.
that I am not down to earth. I'm not like I'm up here or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Or they'll think it's either one or the other for them. And so it's like I come in there and it's like they already have an assumption about me. I'm like, you ain't even met me. How did you? So I gotta be. I'm coming there, smiling face. How are you doing? It's
Yes,
great to meet you. Break down those walls. Which I have the personality, but a lot of times people see that, and I understand I'm beautiful, I'm gorgeous. But because when you meet somebody like that, it can be intimidating for the other person. So I meet a lot of people who are
right.
intimidating.
I get that too. They're intimidating.
Yeah. So, but then once I meet them and I start talking to them and like really like breaking down those walls, it's like, oh my gosh, I love you so much. I'm like, yes. There's no reason to intimidate. I ain't trying to take a spot in no way
Like, I
at
don't want
all.
you to
I got my own thing, my own plate, my own lane. I do not have time to even be thinking about you and what you got going. Actually, I could just pray for you.
There you
How about
go.
we partner together? How about we do something together?
That part. It's like, I don't want your spot. Trust. I don't know what you had to go through getting your spot. So I don't want it. And I don't know what you're doing to keep your spot.
Exactly. Listen, let's not trade spots. I'm going through my share of things. You go through your share of things. God's giving me the grace and the capacity to do what I'm doing, and I'm gonna
That
stay right
part.
here. I'm
That
gonna
part.
stay right here, and it's enough in itself because the business. I'm in school. I'm back in school now. I graduate next year with my psychology degree.
Yes.
So
Okay, better.
literally,
I got one. Which one? I got two of them right there. So we're gonna see your wall with them two
yes,
right
yes.
there.
Exactly.
Okay.
Like that's enough in itself. Working a business, going to school.
Because you never stop learning. People don't
You
get it.
never stop learning. Like I wanted to learn more about the mind. I wanted to learn more about behavior. So the Lord told me to go back to school. He said somebody would like go back to school. And thank God it's only going I'm be graduating next around next summer. So I'm like, oh, I gotta be in school. And it's online, Dr. Karen. It's all
See, but you've done it before. You've done
but
it
I've
before,
done it
so
before.
you got it.
Yes,
You've
yes.
done it before, so you got
But it's
it.
but it's not for everybody.
No,
It's not for like
nope, it's not. It
the
is not.
plate is full.
Yes, if you can do, okay. If you can
Sometimes
stay
I
in
shut
school,
down.
stay. Okay,
Sometimes I
but
shut
if
down
you
when I
can't, hey,
start.
we can help you out.
Yeah.
It was for Jolanda, but it popped up there, so that was for Jolanda. I tried to reply to her, but it's put it up there for everybody. But with that, I think for especially African American women in this particular industry, in this particular field, it has become so populated. It's become so populated that
Yes.
I think one of the top challenges that I've heard a lot of female African American coaches is the competition that's out there. It's just like
Seriously.
it's a lot of
Man.
competition, and it's like we don't want to compete.
Yes. Oh my, Dr. Karen, when I tell you, I go on Instagram and I'm like, is everybody a life coach now? Then at first I went through like I myself went through. Then why am I a life coach? God, what you calling me to be a life coach for? Because everybody over here doing seem to be doing stuff, you know. And so what's the need of me? And so he had to like really talk to me and really like deal with me. Like, no, you're needed in this time for a
Yeah.
specific time, specific purpose, like Esther, you know. And your method, you have a certain amount of group of people for you, you know.
Yes. Say it again. I
You
just
have
said
a
it this
certain
week.
you have a certain amount of people for you, you know. One of my spiritual grandfather, Prophet Passion, he says, the many times that you're broken, that's how many times of people you're going to be reaching. You're going to be reaching 100 people, you're going to be broken about 100
There
times.
you go.
You know, you're going to be reaching 1 million people, you're going to be broken about a million times and stuff. But it's because like that understanding, like what's for me, what God has for me is for me. I just got to be obedient to
Say it
do it.
again, because everybody stops. Listen to y'all, okay? Everybody stops at this. They always say, "What's for me is for me." But
Are you going to be obedient? Because that means you going out. I
what's for
mean, yes,
you
you
is for you
may do a
if
rest.
you are positioned
Yes.
to get it and you're obedient in it. Y'all, she about to preach a whole sermon in here. Go ahead. Go ahead, Pastor. I told y'all, we never know what's going to happen over here. And this is why I love it. But
Yeah.
it
But
really is. And we have to, and we constantly have to reiterate, I do to the coaches that I mentor, that don't compare, don't worry about people out there competing.
yes,
Let them
yes,
do what they do, because some people just see what you do and it's like, oh, I want to do it. I get those those people that come to me all the time. I'm ready to be a life coach. I want to be a life coach. And I'm like, okay, well, let's do this entrance interview. And when
yeah,
I'm done talking to you, we both gonna figure out if you really are called to be a life coach or if this is just a whim. And and at least 6 out of 10, they're not called.
yeah.
They're not
It makes
called. And
sense
as soon as
because
I
life
tell them that
coach
they have to
involves your
reiterate,
life.
excuse me,
Literally,
I'm sorry.
life coaching involves your life. Like, are you willing to be stretched? Are you willing for God to rearrange your life just so you can
Because
go help that person?
he
Because I
gonna do
promise you, he'll send you somebody and you'll be like, oh my gosh, I just went through that last month and I just overcame that last month. And he'll send somebody who literally just
it.
went through that, who's going through it, but they need you because he just took you through it and you're able to mentor them.
Your life is going to be intertwined. And that's what people don't understand. That's why it's called a life coach,
Life coach.
because you're going through life with them, their life. You're walking out. That's why you have to stay prayed up. Even if they don't, you do.
Ooh.
You do.
Yes.
But a lot
Yes.
of people think that, that this is just something you wake up and you do, which legally you can. But I
Yeah.
always tell them, when you find out what's involved, we're going to find out. And I've literally had 6 people sign up for the course, get in it, and at the second week, they were gone. They were
Yeah.
like,
No.
no. They was like, nope. Mm-mm. If it involves all of this, and one lady just said she had a spiritual revelation just with the content, and she said, this is not for me. She said, I can tell you God did not call me to do this.
I love the honesty. No.
She was
Like
honest, but I told her, well, thank you, but you don't get no refund. It's like, refund.
That was in the contract right there. No
That's
refunds.
in the
Okay.
contract. No refund.
Yes.
You
Yes.
better apply this to a different program or a course or
Yes.
something I got going
Yes.
on. But she was like, no, ma'am. She really did. She called me and she just vamped. I had one lady vamp, just gone. She didn't say nothing. We haven't heard from her since. We haven't. Somebody else told me, it's like, yeah, she out there on social media. It's like, I was like, is she life coaching? They said, no, she ain't life coaching. It's
The
like, no,
true
she
art
life.
of ghosting. True art of ghosting. I mean, I
That,
understand. I knew there was ghosting in friendship and in romantic relationship, but in
ah, here we go, Olivia. We got a question. We got a question.
okay,
And
okay.
all right, we're getting ready to put your training, and you see my eyeballs. So here you go.
That's so funny because I was going over the book a couple weeks
Is
ago.
a
That's crazy.
counselor and a coach the same?
No.
I was like, girl, no, they are not. All of my coaches, they eat, sleep, drink this right here, and they can tell you the difference between counseling, coaching, mentoring. Okay, let's break it down for this viewer. Counseling is what?
So, okay, I'm going to go backwards, Dr. Karen.
Okay,
So,
coaching.
mentoring is someone that has actually the best way I can explain it, and I like to like give it like kind of like a personal experiences. So, say I went through sexual trauma, and somebody comes to me and they also went through sexual trauma, right? I can personally give them steps that I took to overcome that. Mentoring.
Personally. Okay.
Okay. So they become my mentee and I can give them steps, step by step, step by step. I mean, of course, we can adjust that and stuff, what works best for them, but I can do that, right? Coaching. You're not giving, it's not therapy. You're not giving advice. But what you're doing is you're help drawing up what's already on the inside of them. They just don't recognize it. So you got to ask questions to probe them and to create a situation, an atmosphere, so they can start talking. Then the solution comes out of them because it's already in them. For the most part, you can suggest things, but you never want to like be a therapist and just be like, do this, do this, do this.
Right.
You can suggest things, but it's ultimately up to them to decide they're gonna do it. Did I
Yeah,
get that correct?
you got it correct. Okay.
Listen,
All
bear
right.
with me, y'all. Bear with me, okay?
All right, y'all. And so for in simplicity terms, like she said, when you are mentoring someone, basically you are being the example. They're gonna
Yes.
watch you, they're gonna listen to you, you can give them advice.
Mhm.
Coaching deals with where you are moving forward.
Yes.
Counseling is what happened in the past, is you deal with
Yes.
what goes on in the past. Coaches don't deal with what happened in the past. Coaches deal with now and moving you forward. Counselors deal with where you are now and what and why and how you got to be where you are.
How you
And
got to be where you
that's
are.
why we do what we call assessments.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
all of that comes
Exactly.
out and you'll
Yeah.
find out in an assessment if they need a coach or a counselor.
Yes.
And so thank you for that question. Was that Kim? Thank you, Kim, for that question. We really, really
Yes.
love that question. And yes, Reverend Art, she did give me, the lady who bounced out of the class did give me a donation, and hers LLC thanked her for that healthy donation.
That was a great
Okay, what are
donation.
you looking forward to within the next year?
Within the next year, let's see. Like I said, the things that I'm looking forward to is really expanding my business because I'll give a little insight in what else God's given me.
Okay,
Um,
so is this going to be with something that you're working on that we need to get our hands on? All right, so we're going to combine these two questions. What are you looking forward to within the next year, and what are you working on or released anything new that we need to get our hands on? She about to give y'all the scoop. See, y'all friends should have been here.
okay. So, like I said, the shirts you guys see there, you guys can reach out to me and you guys can get those shirts.
Are you allowed to say how much the shirts are?
Oh yes, yes, yes. The shirts are $30.
Oh,
The shirts
okay.
are 30. And then I have
Plus,
sweatshirts.
plus what with the shipping and handling? Is there like a
Yes.
$5?
Yes,
Okay.
plus $5 shipping and handling. And then I have sweatshirts also, and those are
Okay.
$50. Yes. So I have
50
shirts
bucks
and
plus $5 shipping and handling, y'all. Okay. This stuff is like, okay, people gotta ship stuff. It ain't like she
okay.
coming to your
Yes.
door and you send it.
Yes.
So yes, I definitely will be getting one of the shirts because I like a long sleeve tee. I love them.
Yes.
I'm just not can't wear too many of them right now because of my arm, but I love a long sleeve tee. So
Okay.
so trust and believe I will be getting one of those.
Wonderful.
Yes. And I still
And
have to get the book.
and the
So
book.
tell the
Okay.
people how to get the book.
So you guys can. I prefer you guys. Of course, you can go on
Do you want them
Amazon,
to cash app
but
it?
what I would like you guys to do, if possible, is get the book from me. Okay.
Thank you. And the cash app
Uh,
is scrolling.
my Cash App is right there.
Scrolling at the bottom of the screen.
OJAM986. The book
Yep. There it
is.
is.
Did I tell you guys how much the book is?
Yes, you
The
did.
book is okay.
$30 plus
Yes,
five shipping and handling. $35.
$30. Because this is the reason why. If y'all need to know why, it's got to be $30.
Because
But
look inside this book. Thank
it's
you.
you're gonna be writing in it. Okay,
Thank
it's a
you.
25-day.
Honey,
Uh,
if it was blank pages, okay,
it,
if God would have
but
just
it's
given me
not just
blank
blank
pages.
pages.
No, I said
It's
if it was blank pages, it still would be worth $35 because it still came from God for your life.
exactly. And you're getting literally a revelation from God in this book. So
Thank you.
you're getting my life experiences, what I went through, and then you're getting a shortcut to overcome it. Okay.
Thank you.
So $30 plus shipping and handling, $5. Okay.
$35. There you go.
And then the shirt is again $30, and then the sweatshirt is $50, and everything is plus shipping and handling.
Yes.
Um, this summer, I'm looking to have my master class and my book about fear out.
Come on. We are ready for the master class and the book. I'm
Yes, the
ready for that
master
master
class.
class. I love to hear that coming from a coach.
Mhm.
A master class. A
Yeah,
master
the
class.
Lord. It was crazy how He did it. I put together this. It was crazy because He gave me insight on the mindset, and a lot of times it comes from your five senses, actually. And I didn't realize that before I started psychology class. It's actually proven. The Lord gave it to me before I read it in my psychology class. And
See,
so when I went and I created this master class, I was putting it together and stuff. And I was like, okay, almost finished. And so then I get into school and I'm in this class, and the class is a lot like talking about memory, talking about experiences, and talking about everything happens within your five senses. And I was like, God, you gave me this. And right then I knew, I said, okay, I have to put this master class out because not everybody's going to go read a book and is going to go to college for psychology. That's what I'm doing. So then I can be able to pour into you guys. So we have that out. Masterclass, the book. What you can get right now is the shirts and my Choosing Love book. And then also go onto my Instagram. I have my podcast that has already been out.
live out love. That's at the
Yes.
bottom. I didn't even
Yes.
know you had the podcast, so I need to run over
Yes.
to
Yes.
the
That was a
podcast.
secret thing that I did.
I know. I'm excited.
Yes. So
And it's
literally,
also conviction too, because God keeps telling me to do my podcast, and then here she comes.
yeah.
She's like, "Got my podcast," and I'm like,
Yeah.
"Ooh."
I have two. I have one for my Live Out Love, and then I have one that's upcoming with my sisters, and it's called Living Transparent.
I don't even want to
And
hear it. See, now I'm gonna get on these podcasts, y'all. I'm gonna have to go listen to it. But
please do it.
I am. I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna go listen to yours because I didn't know you had
Okay.
it. So this is such a wonderful surprise for me. Happy Mother's Day to me.
Yes, yes, yes. It was like a push, and then when God gives you a dream, and in the dream He tells you like do the podcast and do it this one, do it, and He gives you instruction, you got to go be obedient to it, So I'm being obedient and I'm doing it, and I'm excited for you guys to hear and to get some feedback from you guys. Okay, I am
We're
on
gonna
Apple,
listen.
I'm on Spotify, and I'm on Anchor. So those are the three things. And then I also try to put it on Instagram too.
Now, see, now I didn't even know they had the Instagram thing for the podcast. I'm learning some new stuff, y'all. They done brought out some new stuff. But with Anchor, how is it with Anchor? Do you like Anchor better than Spotify, or do you have it on Spotify and it just went to Anchor, or did you put it on Anchor and it went to Spotify?
So I put it on Anchor, and then Anchor puts it on Apple and Spotify both at the same time.
So we can
And
get
now
some.
with Anchor, yeah. And now with Anchor, you can do it live videos. So you guys are going to be getting some live videos from me now.
There y'all go.
Yeah.
You had something else that I had not seen, and I'm not going to tell everybody. They'll have to go to Instagram and click on your link in the bio because it's not Linktree. And I was like, "Ooh, what is this?" When I clicked on the link, and I was like, "I like that because it's got everything and pictures and stuff." And so y'all are going to have to go over to Live Out Love over at Instagram and click on the link in her bio to find out what I'm talking about.
Yes, I try to jazz it up a little bit. Like you'll see even on my page, like because I'm such a transparent person, you just don't see things about life coaching. You'll see my life. I vlog too. So like I'm a foodie, y'all. So you'll see the adventures of a foodie. Okay.
Y'all, she's talking about me posting. She be posting too. But I love it. I love the entire account that you have going on. So yeah, I'll be over there checking it out, and I do. And
I got this stamp from my coach. Yes.
I'll be checking it out, and I love it. And I definitely am going to check out the podcast. So y'all, everything is scrolling at the bottom of the screen. We posted in the comments the prices and things for the shirts, and the book up there is the other $30 thing. I'll go back and edit that to make sure they know what that 30 plus 5 is, and for the book, y'all. And it is available on Amazon, but get it from the author so you can get an autograph copy.
Exactly. And something I do with each book that I autograph, I write a message that I believe God's given me, that I know that God's given me to write for each person. Whether I met them in person or not, I believe God knows each person. So therefore, because I know the God that knows each person, therefore I get little details.
You get your own personal message.
Yes.
Your own personal message, prophetic type message. Y'all know y'all love some prophets, so go over there.
Yes, I do. My prophet is Prophet Lovey at Revelation Church. I just gotta woo him.
Y'all viewers,
my life has changed.
All our people that's on the live that love the prophets, y'all. She got a note for you. Okay, she got a note for you. But we have enjoyed having you on here. And everybody, like we said, you can connect with her there. Lovely personality, lover. And so just thank you for just even accepting the invite. And so we're going to have you back on after the next book, and podcast and stuff. And you know, we're going to listen to it, but we will be inviting you back again because I know that there's so much more.
Man, there's so much more.
In 1 hour.
An hour didn't do it justice. So what you guys are doing when you guys are paying for these shirts, just know I'll be praying over them. When you're doing the books, I'll be praying for it, the sweatshirts, and whatever you guys bless me with, it's really blessing me and blessing the ministry that God's called me to.
Amen. Y'all, okay? So we really want to thank you. We want to thank all of our viewers. We want to thank your viewers as well. And always, I have to say it, we want to thank, as we call it, the Twitter people, those that my sponsor over there for these Coach to Coach. We thank our sponsor, but I have to call them the Twitter people. So they're watching. So I don't get they're an angel sponsor, but I say the Twitter people. And so thank you to the Twitter people who always sponsors these Coach to Coach interviews for me. And so thank y'all. And we are out of here. Who knows what's going to be on next? I don't know yet. We'll see. It's going to be somebody. Okay, y'all. We are going to be someone great. Excited. So go follow her right now, on Instagram at Live Out Love, and go over there and DM her and get your shirt. And get the book. Tell her you want the combo. Okay.
Come on now. You know what? If it's okay, Dr. Karen, with your
Yes.
permission, I would
Yes.
like to, for those who are on, I would like to do a little special. Okay, if
There
you
you
do a
go.
combo with the book and the shirt, or the book and the combo,
We didn't even.
I would love to do a little combination discount for you guys. I would love to. I'll take off the shipping for you guys. I'll handle that. Don't worry about it. Just get the shirt, get the shirt and the book, or the book and shirt, or well, whichever one. All three if you want to. Okay. Don't worry about the shipping. I got you. Okay.
Okay. Go follow her and ask for the combo.
Yes. Ask for the
Okay.
combo.
Ask for the combo. All right. That's for y'all who are on here. See, I told you, y'all friends should have been on here. And we know who on here. We see your names. Okay. So we'll ask for the combo. Like right now. By the time she gets off, her DMs ought to be flooded with people asking for the combo. All right, y'all.
Yes.
So we love y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you, y'all. But this has been another, oh my gosh, wonderful and crazy episode of
Yes.
Coach to Coach with Dr. K and Coach Olivia Jamison. And we will see you again the next time for our next episode. Good night,
Yes.
everyone.
Good night.